Hey guys, this is Nazir Shakir with week 2 development for ADP 1408. So for this week I continued on my GET FIT app, which is an app for app workouts. I added a bunch of features this week. One of the first one was I improved the actual main workout here. So now it actually captures all the seconds spent working out and saves them to core data so the user can view them later on. Down in the diagram now, if I tap any area, the navigation bar actually changes color to reflect that area, kind of keeping up with the theme, and that goes all the way to that specific workout or the details page. And then going back, it goes back to the default color. Now my menu is fully populated right now. I have the calendar, tracking, multi-pick, and settings. So if I click on calendar, I get this page with the current month and the current date selected. I can scroll up or down to see different months and different dates. And I can also tap on any date to get more details. So I did a little bit of workout today. If I tap on the 21st, I get this message with, it's pretty much 25 seconds. That's for the testing period, and nothing else because I haven't added any tracking measures as of now. So I haven't added my weight or waist size. I'm only shown the minutes that I've worked out. Click OK. But if we either slide it or tap on the panel, go back to the menu, and here I can go to tracking, and I see that my line chart is pretty much flat because I haven't entered anything yet, and I can change it from weight to waist size. If I click on enter, I get this page where I can enter my weight. So let's put 178, and then waist size, let's put 34. Tap on the page and then track, and then it actually updates it right here. Now depending on the day, so right now we're in between the 21st and the 25th. This is where the point gets drawn. I'm still trying to work on a line chart to stop it to the last entry, but that hasn't been completed yet. And I can go to waist size, and I'd see the same thing with the correct number reflected over here and the numbers of weeks. The month format isn't functional yet. They'll be coming with the third week of development. But I do have this really cool feature right here to share, which will move up here once all the UI elements are actually organized. But if I tap and hold, then I get this button with the top one as Twitter. I need to change the icon, and this one as Facebook, and they're both working. So if I want to post this to Facebook, I just do that. But there's no Facebook account, so it just asks you to add one. Click OK. This, go to Twitter, and it actually captures a picture of the screen and puts it into Twitter, so I can submit it, and I could type whatever I want and submit it, and it shows up in Twitter. Post, and that gets sent through. Now going back to the menu, I have multi-pick here, which populates with an empty table view here. And this actually isn't saved into core data yet. That'll be done next week. But I do have this button here that actually launches that camera, and every time I take a picture, the picture will populate one of the cells. And through core data, I'll be populating some more details. So going back to the menu, I have the settings here with reminders for you. So say you want to set a reminder once a day, and if you select that, it'll actually set a reminder for 6 p.m. If you want to do it twice, it'll remind you at 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. and if you set it for 3 times, it'll remind you at 7 a.m., 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Now later on I might add some controls for you to select your own time, but as of now it just does it that way, and it actually works. You can click it at that exact time. It'll just ping you and let you know, it's time to work out. For the rest interval, so between workouts you have a resting period which you can change here, but this isn't actually functioning yet. I have this set up, and if I actually tap a button, it does perform an action, but that's still not being reflected in the workout, and that'll be completed by next week. And then the last one I have here is the units, which changes all the measurements in a tracking page from pounds to kilograms, or from inches to centimeters. But that also hasn't been completed this week. And actually, if I go back to calendar now, I can click that same time, and right now you can see it tells you the amount of time you've worked out, your weight, and your waist size, because we've just entered them. Okay, and then go back home. Okay, so this is the code. I actually used a lot of pods, Cocoa Pods, this week. A lot of really good code snippets out there that just made things a little bit easier for me. Other than that, I have folders for each section. So for tracking, I have the pod that's related to it with all the code. So for instance, this over here for the track and view controller, in my view will appear, I retrieve the data from core data and then send that through to draw the chart. Down here in view did load, I implement the gesture for the sharing, where you tap and hold and select which one you want. Over here, this is where I retrieve core data, and then it goes to a filter method that kind of goes through the data that came back and just filter it out and returns whatever I need for this page. And then down here, this is the method for the gesture control for sharing. So if the index is 0, that means I'm going to go to the capture method, which comes down here and captures the whole screen, and then opens the Facebook view so I can post that image. And if I select the other option, which is Twitter, it does pretty much the same thing. And then under settings, I set up an accordion here so that if I tap on another option, it kind of closes and expands the other one. And then through here, I pretty much added all the code that I need through each one. It creates a table view that populates that specific section in the accordion with information in that table view. So that's pretty much it for me this week. Like I said, next week will just be a wrap up, adding a couple of code here and there, and we'll hopefully be able to complete this application. So that is pretty much it for me. See you guys next week.